Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Obedience pledge stronger push for 2027 election. To my dear listeners, good evening from wherever you're listening from. Before I go into details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe, and share. Now the details. Ahead of the 2027 general election, the Obedient movement has vowed to achieve even more than they did during the 2023 election as they begin reawakening and harmonizing the movement. The group made the vow at the conference of the All Obedient Forum, organized by the Delta Obedient Elders Council on Saturday in Asaba, the Delta State capital. In his welcome address, the state chairman of the Delta Obedient Elders Council, Chief Chris Bioshe, warmly thanked all Obedients nationwide and in the diaspora for the heroic role they played, both individually and collectively, in various support groups. Bioshe expressed appreciation to the obedient youth across political party lines who engaged in political mobilization to defeat the entrenched APC-led PDP in Delta State during the presidential election held on 25 February 2023. He said, "On behalf of the obedient movement, I heartily thank all the obedient nationwide and in the diaspora for the heroic role we played individually in various support groups. It was so remarkable that other political parties could not believe their eyes when the obedient garnered over 10 million votes for Mr. Peter Obi within a few months of campaigning. On behalf of the Delta Obedient Elders Council, I have the great honor to warmly welcome to Asaba our vibrant obedient from all 25 local government areas of Delta State, as well as leaders of the movement from across the country. It is time to prepare to reenact the magic of 25 February 2023 with greater intensity and finality. The electorate that supported Mr. Peter Obi is still here, disappointed but still desirous of good governance. How do we re-enlist them in the struggle for a new Nigeria? From its beginning, the obedient movement was made up of thousands of spontaneous and enthusiastic support groups that greeted Mr. Peter Obi's entrance into the presidential race. The movement had no leadership, hierarchy or formal organizational structure. This time around, Mr. Peter Obi has wisely appointed an interim national coordinator for the obedient movement in the highly respected Dr. Tanko Yunusa, and we encourage all obedient to take advantage of this significant step. I urge all obedient support groups to work as a team for the achievement of the objective that was rudely and crudely denied us in February 2023. We will do even more than we did in the 2023 election. Obedience is not just about protests, marches, or online media activism. They are concerned with key issues of the national question. bearing in mind the ruthlessly exploitative and anti-people ethos of the Nigerian ruling class, obedient yen for a new Nigeria. This entails dismantling the political structure that sustains the present system of electoral, political, social, and economic injustice in Nigeria. Bioshe said that the first step in building a new Nigeria is electoral reform to enable the electorate to remove incompetent and anti-people government structures, stressing that obedience must first work our countermeasures to neutralize the electoral marauders. He stated that Nigerian youth constitutes the body and soul of the obedient movement, noting that one of their prime duties as elders was to guide and counsel youth and other social groups in society to adhere to core social values. The keynote speaker, Prof. Chris Nwaokobia, stated that the obedient movement ignited a fire in Nigerians' social and political space during the 2023 election, adding that it is now time to start networking ahead, ahead of 2027. He described President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government as a monstrous failure, saying that the leadership had lost direction and didn't know what to do for the country's economy. We will repeat even more of what we did in the 2023 election. Just because they stole the 2023 election doesn't mean they will steal the 2027 election, he said. We will not give up on Nigeria. Be like fishers of men. Go and bring more people into the obedient movement. A new Nigeria is possible, he admonished. Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.